Hey guys, so to begin, first we're going to start off by priming our eyes. I always do my eyes before the rest of my face. Just in case you mess up your eyes, you don't have to worry about the rest of your face being ruined. So let's just prime our eyes, do it however you'd like to do it, but I'm going to do it with a concealer and a powder on top of it. Now that our eyes are primed, I'm going to actually take colors out of Z palettes. I will put them in the description below. I will also put them along with the video as I go, and I'm going to talk about them too. But I'm going to start out with the base color. So for my base color, I'm going to use the color Makeup Geek Creme Brûlée, and I'm just going to take my Morphe M535 and I'm going to apply it all over my lid. This color is supposed to be super light, just so you can take it as a base for the all over lid. You want to bring it up a little and make sure you blend it out. You don't want this color to be choppy. Now I'm going to take the color Vintage by Makeup Geek, again with my Morphe M535, and I'm just going to bring it a little over the crease. This color was definitely a little darker, so I was definitely more careful with where I placed it. Colors like this, a more purplish reddish color, can give the look of a black eye, so you have to be very careful. Now I'm going to blend it out, just with the same brush, just kind of gonna just go over it. Sometimes if you do have too much, you can also put a translucent powder or like a lighter color over it and just kind of blend it out like that, depending on how much you put on. But also when you're blending, it's important to note that I'm not pressing that hard, even though it looks like it. I just want to fluff it out, basically, nice smooth edges. Now I'm going to take the color Petal Pusher, again by Makeup Geek. I love Makeup Geek's shadow pots, they're absolutely amazing. And I'm going to put it on the lid of my eye. This was just to basically set a base for me and be able to have something to go on top of. I like layers, that's how I do my makeup. A lot of these colors are pretty basic. They're like a lot of mauves and light pinks and stuff like that. You can get it in the palette Morphe 35P or 35T. Super cheap. I just prefer shadow pots because I like the quality and how inexpensive they are. Plus I don't have to get a full palette of colors I will never use. Although I'm obsessed with Morphe, so. Now I'm going to go in with Deep Grape by Coastal Scents. This is a super purple color, and I'm just going to go on my outer lid. With this purple, I was going in very lightly to begin with, and I wanted to make this buildable instead of mess up in the beginning. This is like exactly what I'm wanting. This blend out, like, girl. Now the other side. Again, all you're doing is literally duplicating it. Now, like, don't worry, this is all super buildable. You don't have to do it all at one time. Like, literally take a little bit, you can brush it off. We'll bang it off on the table and just go in and do it again. It's super buildable. The thing I like about eyeshadow is that you don't have to just like put it all in one time. Like, you can build it as much as you want. You can use as little as you want. I was looking for a very specific purple that I wanted, so I just kept building until I found it. Just to blend it out, I'm going to use the Morphe M533. This blending is obviously super simple, but again, don't press very hard. Press really lightly when you're blending. I could even go a little more purple, which I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go back in with the Morphe M535, take more of that purple, really get it on my brush. I really want a purple. Again, I was just building that color until it was the exact one I wanted. I'm going to take that Morphe M533 and I'm just going to blend it out on the tops. When you're blending, don't be afraid to touch the colors that are below. It will blend up and look nice. Now I'm going to take the color Rosewood. This is a Morphe pink pot, and I'm going to put it on the lid. For applying this look in the inner crease of your eye, I did use a flat brush just so I could pick up more product. When you're applying a color that you want to be a little darker and you don't have the power to do it, you can actually wet your brush a little bit with Fix Plus and it'll make the color stand out a little. But I wanted to start this and fade it out with the purple. And I was doing some purples and pinks under my eyes as well. I put them in my waterline, but I put black in there later on. So now I'm just taking the NYX shadow pot in the color Whipped Cream, and I'm just putting it in the corner of my eye. I'm dabbing it on to make it white, just to make the cat eye. You'll see where that goes in a second. Now I'm going to take my eyeliner, my mascara, and my fake lashes, and I'm going to finish it all off. the eyeliner is the biggest part of it. It's the cat eye, so you want a big, bold cat eye. Now that we're finished the eyelashes and the eyeliner, we are going to do our eyebrows. Now that we're done the eyes, I'm actually going to do the whole face now. This means like my contour, my blush, and everything like that. So then we can go ahead and do the makeup over it for like the mouth and the nose. So just do that. I'm going to do it off camera because it's kind of wasting a lot of time. And we'll get right back into it. So now for the mouth, I'm actually going to start with the white face paint. This is Snazzaroo in the color white. You can get it off Amazon. I'm going to use this for the teeth, and I also have a glass of water right here to dip my brushes in. For the brush, I am going to use my Anastasia Swish brush. So let's get started on the teeth. I'm actually going to start right in the middle of both my front teeth. Same on the bottom. I'm going to meet a tooth that matches it. I'm going to start from where I went. So unfortunately for the first tooth, I put the mirror in front of the camera, which I'm hoping I don't do again, but I just drew a triangle and made it connect basically to the middle of my nose part thing, I don't know what that's called, and my lip. You want to make sure that you're actually going in like a smiley line. I would draw with black, but I feel like white picks up black, so I'm going to kind of just go in how a smile would go, because the Cheshire cat's always smiling. So here I was actually outlining the mouth with white. I thought it would be the smartest thing, so I knew where I wanted the teeth to go. I highly suggest this part. It's probably pretty important. And make it into a smile or a creepy smile. I want it to be completely even, so of course I'm going to make it completely even. Now I'm going to go with my Snazzaroo paint and make those triangles. I'm literally making teeth, but they are triangles. I'm just outlining them first and figuring out where I want them. Some of them I kind of drew in first, like the big bottom ones. But if you mess up these teeth, don't worry, because you're literally going over it with black after to make it look like an open mouth in the background of the teeth. So make the teeth however you want. It's kind of your choice, but I just made them big, and I made each side very different. I don't think I had a pattern going here, but you know, don't worry about it because you will go over it with black. Now I'm going to take my cream eyeliner. This is by e.l.f. It's like $3, and the beauty of messing up the white is now you can go in and fix it with the black, but you have to be super careful with the black. And I'm going to take my Morphe M432 brush. Just going to dip it in, wipe off the excess. Go ahead and get it. So before I was outlining, and now I would consider this inlining. I was literally just making perfect triangles in between each of my teeth. I make sure that they connect to my whole mouth later. You'll see what I'm talking about. But honestly, just color it in as best as you can and make this part as perfect as you can, because this is the color that people are really going to pay attention to. They're not going to really notice how crooked the white teeth are. They're going to notice if the black is outlining the white, and yada yada. And I'm also going to finish off my mouth when I'm done filling in the teeth, and I'm making sure that I'm getting my inner lips too, because those are the part that make it look white. When you have your mouth kind of open, you can see that. But just make sure that you're making the black as dark as you possibly can and kind of make it look like the teeth are going in the crevices like a regular mouth would. But just finish it off with that little smile, that smirk that Cheshire cat has, and outline it. That's going to give you that big black mouth that you wanted on this cat. For the nose, I'm actually going to take a lighter pink. I hope this shows up because I'm so pale. This is the color Cupcake by Makeup Geek. I'm basically outlining the nose just so the color of the glitter has something to stick to, and it has a color below it, so it's going to make it pop out. So now I wanted to have a little fun with this nose, and I'm going to take the NYX Glitter Brilliance and my Graphophobian Glitter Glam glue, and I'm just going to basically glue right on top of my nose. So I first take the glue and follow the pattern I made with the pink, and then I take my brush, it's a flat top brush, and I dip it in the glitter and I just put it all over my nose. And now I'm just going to outline my nose, and I'm going to take my NYX eye and eyebrow pencil. Just take your time outlining and just press very lightly. For the whiskers, I'm just going to take my sharpened NYX pencil and just wisp it out very lightly. Make it look like you have pores too. I'm again going to go in with the Morphe M535. Just take my pink. Actually, I want to take my purple. Make a triangle. So here, I'm just making like a little fur patch that the Cheshire cat does have. And some pink with this brush. And I'm just going to use the same pink that I used on my eyes in drawing the little lines because the Cheshire cat does have stripes, pink and purple. And I'm going to do the same thing on my cheeks. So I'm basically just, again, doing the same thing. I'm using the purple that I had. This is the purple that I used on my eyes as well. And I just did it super lightly, and I just put the pink stripes in it, again, like I did exactly up top in the little triangle. But I did just kind of blend it out to make it not look so extreme. And I'm just putting it around my mouth too, shading out the mouth to make it look like there is a purple or pink fur around it, like the cat does have. For the finishing touches, we are going to do the lines across our chest and shoulders. I'm going to take this gigantic MAC brush, it's the MAC 190, and I'm going to put it literally right into my snazzaroo. So this was literally just making circles around our neck and our shoulders are actually pretty different. Now I'm going to take my pink, take that same brush. And if you messed up the white, don't worry, the pink will definitely cover it. That's what I did. I messed up the white like 50 times, but I just went over it with the pink because it's hard. And this is our Cheshire cat.